What if the next leap in human performance wasn't in the gym, but in your cells? There's a new class of compounds quietly spreading through elite athletic circles. Not steroids, not SARMs, but something more advanced. They're called peptides, microscopic messengers that tell your body to recover faster, build stronger, and even regenerate tissue that should never heal. Olympic-level recovery, rapid fat loss, tendon repair in weeks instead of months. The results sound impossible until you look at the science. Today, we're diving deep into the world of performance peptides, how they work, what the research says, and why more athletes are using them in secret to push the limits of human potential. BPC-157, the body protector. BPC-157 is nicknamed the Wolverine peptide, and for good reason. It originates from a protective protein found naturally in the stomach, but when isolated and injected or taken orally, it triggers an impressive cascade of healing processes throughout the body. It increases the formation of new blood vessels, a process called angiogenesis, allowing more oxygen and nutrients to flood injured areas. It boosts fibroblast activity, the very cells responsible for repairing connective tissue, ligaments, and tendons. For athletes, this means something huge. Recovery no longer depends solely on time and rest. A strained rotator cuff, tendinitis in the knees, micro tears in the biceps. BPC-157 helps tissue regenerate faster and stronger than before. Many powerlifters, MMA fighters, and CrossFit athletes have reported drastically shortened recovery windows after introducing BPC-157 protocols. There's research from the Journal of Orthopedic Research showing improved tendon-to-bone healing in animal models. And ongoing studies are exploring its potential in human trials. While not officially approved for clinical use, its effects are hard to ignore. Athletes describe it as feeling like their recovery system got upgraded. TB-500, the mobility molecule. If BPC-157 is the healer, TB-500 is the mover. Derived from the naturally occurring peptide, thymosin beta-4, TB-500 enhances cell migration, meaning it helps cells travel to sites of injury faster, orchestrating tissue repair more efficiently. It upregulates actin, a vital protein that forms the cellular skeleton, improving flexibility, endurance, and overall tissue resilience. In practical terms, that's a game changer for athletes who deal with overuse injuries, runners with chronic knee issues, gymnasts with shoulder wear, or fighters with repetitive strain. Users often describe feeling less tight, more fluid, and mobile after a few weeks of use. A 2010 study in Nature observed that thymosin beta-4 accelerated wound healing and reduced inflammation significantly in cardiac and muscle tissue. That's why you'll see whispers of TB-500 being used by athletes who can't afford to sit out for months. Paired with BPC-157, many biohackers call it the golden duo. One regenerates tissue, the other ensures it moves and functions optimally again. CJC-1295 and ipamorelin, the growth axis hack. If recovery peptides repair what's broken, CJC-1295 and ipamorelin focus on growth. Quite literally. These are growth hormone secretagogues. They don't supply hormones. Instead, they stimulate your body's own natural growth hormone GH release from the pituitary gland. CJC-1295 increases GH pulse amplitude and frequency, while ipamorelin fine-tunes the release, avoiding the side effects of older compounds like GHRP6, which often caused hunger spikes and cortisol elevation. The result? A smoother, more physiological GH rhythm, leading to enhanced muscle hypertrophy, better fat metabolism, deeper sleep, and faster recovery. Bodybuilders have long chased GH for its physique-enhancing effects, but this peptide combo provides a safer, more natural way to achieve elevated GH levels. Athletes report waking up leaner, stronger, and with that distinctive tightness that comes from improved muscle tone and reduced water retention. Clinical research backs this. One trial found that CJC-1295 increased IGF-1 levels by over 200% in healthy adults for up to 6 days post-injection. The benefits are subtle at first, but compound over weeks. Increased protein synthesis, joint lubrication, and improved overall vitality. In short, it's the kind of enhancement that doesn't scream steroids, but whispers, optimized. IGF-1 LR3, the cellular sculptor. IGF-1, or insulin-like growth factor 1, is one of the most potent anabolic hormones produced in response to growth hormone release. The LR3 version, long R3 IGF-1, is modified for a longer half-life and increased bioavailability. It's what turns growth signals into actual tissue changes. Think of GH as the blueprint and IGF-1 as the construction crew. In muscle cells, IGF-1 activates satellite cells, the dormant muscle stem cells responsible for muscle repair and hypertrophy. This is the peptide that directly remodels your physique at the cellular level. In athletes, higher IGF-1 levels correlate with improved recovery, more efficient nutrient partitioning, and lean mass gains without excessive fat storage. Bodybuilders often report dense, full muscle appearance and enhanced pump retention after training cycles using IGF-1 LR3. Scientific studies support its potency. A Journal of Endocrinology paper found that localized IGF-1 injection in muscle tissue led to measurable hypertrophy in rodents, independent of systemic GH levels. Still, this peptide sits in a gray area. It's potent, powerful, and not approved for casual use, which is why its name surfaces more in whispers than headlines. GHK-Cu, the anti-aging repair signal. Not all peptides are about mass or speed. GHK-Cu, a naturally occurring copper tripeptide, focuses on cellular renewal, especially in skin, hair, and connective tissue. It binds copper ions, an essential mineral for collagen cross-linking and angiogenesis, essentially signaling your body to rejuvenate damaged cells. In athletes, it translates to improved skin elasticity, reduced inflammation in connective tissues, and even potential benefits in tendon repair and muscle recovery. It's been used in wound healing, hair regrowth, and anti-aging creams for decades. But internally, it shows regenerative promise for deeper tissues. A study in the Journal of Inflammation Research showed GHK-Cu promoted stem cell activity and reduced oxidative stress markers. For athletes, this means reduced microdamage accumulation, the invisible wear and tear that slowly limits performance longevity. While it won't build muscle directly, it fortifies the foundation, healthier skin, joints, and recovery from repetitive microtrauma. AOD9604, the fat-burning fragment. AOD9604 is often misunderstood as just another fat burner, but it's far more interesting than that. It's a fragment of the human growth hormone molecule, specifically designed to mimic GH's fat metabolism effects without its growth-promoting side effects. By activating beta-3 adrenergic receptors, AOD9604 enhances lipolysis, the breakdown of stored fat, and inhibits lipogenesis, or fat creation, for athletes and physique competitors. This means a subtle but consistent leaning effect, especially when combined with training and a clean diet. Unlike stimulants, it doesn't raise heart rate or blood pressure. Instead, it reprograms how your body prioritizes fuel use. Early trials, including one published in Obesity Research, found that participants on AOD9604 lost more body fat without changes to lean muscle mass. It's still considered experimental, but its targeted mechanism has made it a quiet favorite among stage-ready athletes and endurance performers alike. Follistatin 344, the myostatin blocker. If you've ever seen pictures of double-muscled animals, freakishly muscular cattle, or overdeveloped mice, you've witnessed what happens when myostatin is inhibited. Follistatin 344 does exactly that. It binds and neutralizes myostatin, the protein that limits muscle growth. In the bodybuilding community, this peptide is often spoken of in awe. It theoretically allows for muscle growth beyond your genetic ceiling by removing the natural brake your body applies to hypertrophy. While human research is still limited, animal models show striking increases in muscle fiber density and strength. Athletes experimenting with follistatin report harder, thicker muscles and faster recovery between intense sessions, though the long-term safety remains unclear. A PNAS study demonstrated that myostatin inhibition in mice resulted in 60% greater muscle mass without adverse cardiac effects, but translating those results to humans is still under review. Follistatin represents both the potential and the danger of peptide science, raw, untapped growth at the frontier of biological control.